I'm Camilla Bullock, the co-founder of the Meet Her, She Knows Payments project. I'm the Director General of the Emerging Payments Association Asia, co-founder of Sweet2Go, mother of two, I have a puppy, I love yoga, I play tennis. Most of the time I'm time poor, but high energy.
I'm Jennifer Harrison and I'm a FinTech consultant to the Emerging Payments Association Asia. I really love finance. I've had a long career in and around finance, working as a banker and also an advocate. I've found a passion recently for financial inclusion, and I've founded a specialist advocacy called Financial Inclusion by Design to promote those interests. I'm a mum of two teenage boys. And outside of work, I really like getting my thumbs green in the garden.
The Meet Her, She Knows Payments project is a platform for female thought leaders to come together to talk about current topics or what's happening in the industry, to exchange ideas and knowledge.
The Meet Her, She Knows Payments project is an initiative of the Emerging Payments Association Asia, aimed at fostering women to come together to engage with technical and topical issues of the day.
This project came about when I realized that I'm a part of the problem. And with that I mean I had organized several events during 2019. And at one of them, I was pulled aside by one of my male colleagues, and he said, "Camilla, why are there so few women in the room?" And I looked out in the room, and it was about 90% men, and no females had been speaking. I hadn't said a word myself, and I just realized I created this. But I wanted to make amends, but it's hard when you don't know who to invite to the panels or to the round tables. I saw that my network was very heavily male dominant. So I set out to get to know the female thought leaders within the region, and the idea of the Meet Her, She Knows Payments project came about, which has evolved a lot since then. But that was the idea in the beginning, to find the female thought leaders in payments and make them heard so that the EPA could have a more diverse conversation.
I think a big goal for the Meet Her, She Knows Payments project is that we have a blueprint for taking this forward into other industries.
The goal with the Meet Her project is to narrow the gap in gender thought leadership.
Social media is a great way to engage an audience and to share bite-sized messages with them. And I think that bite-sized message and engagement is why we chose Instagram.
I'm really excited about launching the Meet Her project into Instagram. I think this is an underused channel to reach the audience we're after. We know that they're using Instagram, and if we can just make some of the female thought leaders that we got to know seen by a wider mass of other female thought leaders, we think we can inspire and motivate.
One of the biggest challenges has been engaging across the many different time zones. We've been running this project from Australia, but definitely we've had to reach out and be a little bit flexible in our working hours with our pre-meetings and post-meetings.
The biggest strength actually came of the challenge that COVID brought about. Because being an in-person event, we took it online, but doing so, we could incorporate people from the whole region at once, and also with global guests. So it's been really exciting to, at each round table, have had guests from across the globe, from Europe, from Africa, South America, US.
The biggest strength of the Meet Her project is that we have united around a common purpose and not around promoting any particular individual or corporate agenda.
Female thought leadership, I think we should drop the word female actually, because it's always about thought leadership. And thought leadership to me is about a person, an organization that has cutting edge knowledge and it is trustworthy and inspires people. It's a go-to source for knowledge and where we're heading, like a map of directions. And it's important to have female thought leaders also, but I hope that with time we're not going to have to talk about female thought leadership or male thought leadership. It's just going to be diverse thought leadership.
For me, female thought leadership is engaging very thoughtfully and respectfully with an issue. I find often men will state a position and then look for someone either to agree or disagree with them, and it's more of a binary or adversarial approach. And I think what I've experienced in the Meet Her project is that there has been more of a 360-degree holistic and humanitarian engagement with the issues that we've been discussing.
The Meet Her project has been good for EPA in so many different ways. Me personally, I've gained so much knowledge and inspiration from it. But it has given us a source for female thought leadership and ideas and into some of the most influential leaders within the payments industry. We've got close to those organizations and constantly been able to have a very diverse conversation within the EPA agenda.
The long-term goals, I think, for Meet Her are that we actually have a record, we have a body of evidence as to what was the opinions and thoughts around the table on a technical and topical issue.
The long-term goals with Meet Her project is that it's going to keep on living and keep on giving. The vision is that it turns into a movement that can be applied to any industry. To help female thought leaders to be seen and heard and to inspire.
Initially, we had the idea that we would gather a group of women together around the table for lunch and that we would invite a sponsor to send a female leader from within their organisation to be the guest speaker at the lunch and share her knowledge in that way. So with COVID, we had to change our idea on that and we made it a virtual round table, which has proved very, very successful, and it enabled us to expand our reach to international thought leaders. The biggest goal for this year is most definitely the book. We still have a few round tables to go to finish off all of the topics. And then we would love to have a great launch for the book. We have had some offers connected to big global finance events. Whether that happens, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
We're super excited that we already have achieved so many things through this project. Not just friendship, connections, knowledge sharing, but also we helped 12 of our participants have had positions on global panels and roundtables because people started to reach out to us because we know the female thought leaders within the payments industry.
Well, the biggest goal in 2020 was to get through at least 10 roundtables. That was the goal we set ourselves, which meant we pretty much had to do one a month. And we had to figure out, I guess, our own routines and our own templates and our own procedures around how we would get it to happen.
Just 2 weeks ago, Aditi Chulapoka, who was one of the attendees at our roundtable and who I hadn't met before or who we didn't know about, was appointed the co-chair for the Global Payments Forum. And that's something that came about from the Meet Her, She Knows Payments project. So super excited about that because this is the Global Payments Forum is feeding into the G20's agenda of improving cross-border payments over the next 4 years. So it's huge. And here we have a young female payments leader in Asia making history.